Hello and welcome back to another episode of Starsector. Playing with another pirate fleet I've got here. I've got pirate Mules and pirate Shrikes. And I've rearranged my Mudskippers to use HVDs rather than weapons that they can't even fucking fire. Let's defend this space station. Because I found one of the problems this late in the game is that all the pirate fleets are giant death fleets. So you can't really just use like a fleet of destroyers and frigates like I've got here. Like I'm barely even using any deployment points because these pirate ships are cheap and kind of shit. Let's see what we can do. My god, that's a lot of plasma cannons. Assuming it can hold the flux, it's actually like a death station. Oh yes, and it turns out the built-in problems with these like pirate Mudskippers, or just Mudskippers in general, you can apparently just like repair them out of the ship. So I just made them better. I don't know, they seem pretty flexible to me. Still don't have any shields, but yeah. Let's target carriers as a priority. So yeah, the Mules and the Shrikes I have here. The Shrikes are usually considered to be better than the default Shrike because you can put a ballistic, like a small ballistic gun on it. And I mean, I'm into using lots of harpoon missiles at the moment. Oh look, there goes one of the Mudskippers, classic. But yeah, I mean they're alright destroyers, very aggressive. Their sort of boost system. I gave it a EMP laser for fun more than anything else. They're alright, they're not too bad. These pirate Mules are pretty much exactly the same as the normal Mules, except they have shielded cargo holds, so they're better like on the sort of campaign map. Otherwise, basically the same. Forces are being spread wide here. Well, that's why we're defending a space station, because I can't fight them on my own. We're now having to rely on the hangar section to defend from the front. As a glorious hail of plasma. Right, where are my forces having a good time? My mule is being bullied. Get in there, Mules. I mean, Mules. Mudskippers. Jesus, I'm terrible with the names in this game. So as you can see, like, I feel like I've not done too badly with their build, but they're very much support, and without any shields, they're just so easy to kill. Oh, there you go. There goes one. The second one almost died as well. They're doing what they can, but they're just so flimsy. How's the space station doing? Oh, well, the hangar section's gone. And so is that other section. Wonderful. Yeah, as I say, probably got on too much flux. Plasma cannons are very hot weapons. They aren't always the easiest to use for the AI. So forces are split up. I would say that with my loadouts on these ships, like I've got the mules with just basic like cheap torpedoes. That I don't actually have a lot to cut through armor, and while these pirates don't have a lot of armor, they do have, you know, like mortars. I don't remember giving them mortars, but they've got mortars somehow. Don't think they're supposed to have mortars, so that's bad. Yeah, my ability to finish off enemies without surrounding and overwhelming them is not great. We can deal with shields, but it's just armor. Like this one's got no more torpedoes left, so all it's got is a needler. That's not going to do anything against armor. More is going to take forever to kill. EMP the ever-living fuck out of this Atlas. When it comes to actually killing it, I'm gonna have to hope that the ion beam's ability to break down armor is superior to every other weapon I have. It's holding out surprisingly well. Ventures retreat. Yeah, I definitely feel like pirate ships in general, unless you're really going to dedicate yourself to having some sort of energy or anti-armor weapon, you're mostly just relying on missiles. Like this Atlas, I would say, is relying on its missiles. And the fact that my Shrikes are just dumb as hell. Yeah, but once it runs out of missiles, assuming it does, it shouldn't be too bad. Although this one does have an officer in it, so I don't know how many missiles they've got. At the very least with that Swarmer SRM. Or LRM, what is it called? Locust SRM. They have a lot of missiles to use, which can be kind of bad. Oh god. My fleet is getting tired. Oh well, I'm probably not going to use this fleet again after this battle anyway. But yeah, I would say that the Shrike is as good as, is better than the other Shrike, although that doesn't mean it's a particularly great ship. But the Mule was alright. Early game if you want just like a battle freighter. You might want to load it with a bit of a better loadout than I. Maybe the side point defense you don't really want. You give it some anti-armor cannons, or if you do have them as like say dual auto cannons for anti-shield, you can have the medium turret be something a little bit better. Well, if it's a synergy mount? No, a universal mount, right? So you can put basically any medium weapon you want in there. There we go. That one's down. This is how a lot of my battles tend to go. What are you doing? Okay. Yeah, just sort of slowly take out all of the trash that the enemy's using, and then split them up into small groups and just pick them apart. My ship's constantly complaining. Well, it's the Mudskippers are trying. I would like to see more sort of spinal mounted ships. like proper spinally mounted warships. I'm not sure how many mods there are with ships like that though. I'd love to see a roster that's dedicated to sort of Sunder-like spinally mounted warships. That or a roster of ships that are like space battle tanks. It's like you have like a space Baneblade or something. That'd be cool to see as well. We're just doing jack shit to that armor. We've run out of missiles, so there's nothing we can do. Right, I'm just gonna tell my entire fleet to just leave, because we're just not doing anything to their armor. Like, Ventures have a lot of armor, they're very tanky, and I don't have the weapons for it. I've just got Needlers. Needlers are terrible against armor. Leave it to the space station. Well, it's not often I retreat from a battle, but who knows, maybe if there's like another round or whatever, and then I can come back in with more missiles, hopefully. It should be easy. So even just having like a laser like him instead of that fucking ion beam. I don't know. I don't use the ion beam very often, because generally I tend to find that I'm saving all of my medium energy mounts for actual guns. So that, or I'm just putting like a graviton beam on them. So I just don't tend to use it. And the ion beam is pretty flux heavy to use, so you generally don't want it with a ship that's using a lot of other weapons. Nope, there goes the Shrike. He's got a graviton beam and what else? Ah, yeah, because it's got 2 medium ballistic as well. Yeah, the Venture isn't bad. It's not great, it's not bad. Still got functional shields. Huh. Well, these are plasma cannons and the ion cannons. Should be able to finish just about everything else off. I suppose one thing advantage of these sort of rotating shields is that the flux goes to the shield generators and not the battle station section, so it can just keep firing. It's pretty interesting. I wonder how much of my fleet is going to escape and how much of it is going to get picked off by these Ventures. What a long, drawn out piece of shit of a battle. I don't know. I have to say, like, I've been playing this particular save in Starsector for a while, and I've built up like a really big space empire. And my goal is, or I suppose was, to sort of colonize every planet in the sector, every habitable planet, and sort of build up an empire there. After a certain point, I've just got infinite money and nothing to really do with it. Like, after a certain point, I think during one of my save scum saves, the hegemony stole one of my alpha cores, and I got really pissed off, and so I went to every one of their planets and destroyed all their spaceports, so now they're going to decivilize and crumble as a civilization. But there isn't much of a point of destroying the rest of the sector. Like, I can go fight the remnants, and that's fun for a while, but there isn't much of a reward to doing so other than, yay, I can beat the remnants. But I mean, I don't tend to pilot ships, so I usually just use capital ships to go fight the remnants, and that's alright. But I've used all of the vanilla sort of capital ships, and so now I'm just sort of stuck as what to do. So I don't know, like, there's a lot more sort of playing around in different loadouts, and I can use the default ships with the modded weapons for the mods that I've got in this game. But they kind of don't entice me or really interest me all that much to do so. Because I quite like the vanilla ships, and I like using new ships, but a lot of the mod weapons are just sort of deviations of the base game weapons, or they're just weird. And like I've given like a brief overview, like look at them once before, and I found that most of them are kind of redundant in face of the base game sort of weapons. So I'm not really going to use those. So I don't know, maybe I'll start like a new game of something at some point with some different mods. I've like started up a small game of like the Archean or Archean order sort of total conversion, but I don't know. I'm not really at a place where I really feel comfortable making videos of that just yet. Yeah, look, there's just like these gigantic pirate death fleets, and because the Persian League were once at war with me, I stole their shipyards. So now they've only got lots of tiny little fleets of broken down husks. So they can't really challenge me anymore. But yes. I haven't really got much of a fleet left. Fleet doesn't require any repairs. That's what I'm coming here to do. We'll do one more battle. Mostly just to sort of bleed this fleet dry so that I can not care about it anymore. Yeah, this is how much money I have, by the way. I just don't care anymore. Just restore them all. Right, let's just have another big ass fleet battle. See what we've got. Ooh, I can't deploy all my ships. Sweet. Yes, the Persian League use a lot of destroyers, frigates, and carriers. So this should be quite good, quite an exciting battle. They managed to get another one of the battle station pods on the space station up and running. That's pretty cool. Let's hope that can turn the tide. Because my fleet sure as fuck can't. I don't know. Supporting the Persian League carriers might give me better results, because at the very least they will be providing the HE damage. Some of these modded ships in there for the Persian League as well, or Persian League, but however, I don't know. I just call them fucking the Persian League. Fuck it, the Persians. Persians from fucking antiquity. Oh, that slow down. As terrible as these like Atlas Mark whatevers, like Mark 2s are, they do look impressive. It's just big, hulking brutes. The frigates of the League are being annihilated, as is tradition. Far too much of the fleet is just hiding behind the space station. Oh, is that space station section gone? Or is it just like disabled bullshit? Who knows? Maybe I'll die. Maybe we'll lose this battle because there's just too much pirate bullshit. Putting in destroyers to a cruiser battle at least. Station isn't going to last long, not without the shields. Game does look incredible. Well, there goes the space station. Yeah, I don't feel the need to keep chasing them now that they've retreated behind their lines. We've still got a fair amount of Persian League carriers. It's just... yeah. Pirates know what they're doing. Strange loadout. Yeah, lacking the firepower to get through the makeshift shields of these atlases. It's going to be a bit tricky. With just so much shit flying around, my ships are just getting so distracted they're not firing at the enemy ships. Nasty torpedo. Yeah, I don't see my fleet winning this. I don't think the Persian League are going to be very helpful either. That one. Yeah, these dual machine guns do surprisingly good against fighters, I have to admit. Because I've never really sat down and thought about it. I've always like assumed like, oh man, they must be doing pretty good. But no, I'm actually like witnessing it. He's doing all right. And those flares are gonna mess him up. He gets shredded. Because once the armor's gone, then the even the talons will rip him apart. Yeah, we're just getting picked apart. The League won't properly swarm and destroy these Mules, then we have no chance. It's fun every once in a while to sit down and watch your fleet get picked apart so you can see what the problems were. Just wish it would happen faster. I don't know, full assault. There you go, get in there, lads. Blood for the blood god and all that. Wages of Sin. Some of the auto names are pretty good. Yeah, my player piloted ship is gonna die. I'll show you my player build after the battle, assuming there's anything left. Sound of combat. Yeah. This one's fucked now. Yeah, there he goes. My player ship must be doing pretty good. It's probably one of the best sort of autopilots you can get on him. Not that he has a chance of taking down a Mora, but, you know, hey ho. Yeah, now he's dead. These little drones. A lot of that. Red torpedoes of death. Occasionally he's being picked off now because their carriers have nothing to defend them with. The Pirates win this round. Come on. Do it! Kill me! Do it! Just finish me off! Stop delaying the inevitable. Shouldn't take 7 hours to kill me. There we go. Thank you. Join the engagement? No. Thank you, but no. Oh god, I have no fucking speed. Oh yes, because all my freighters died, didn't they? Tell you what, let's have a cheeky save scum. And I'll show you my build before ending the video. Right, fleet. Before it was destroyed. So reinforced bulkheads so that I can recover them. They've got more HP. Hardened shields, mostly because I couldn't really think of what else to put on them, and I'm very unimaginative. I went for a sort of missile loadout with these Shrikes, so they've got ECCM package and expanded missile racks to really get the most out of those harpoons, which was very much needed. And then for you, the reinforced bulkheads to recover them. I mean, they've all got reinforced bulkheads, but for the extra HP and the unstable injector, because I wanted to make them a bit faster, but I didn't want to safety override them. And none of the other problems of a Mudskipper 2, because you can just restore it for like 5,000. It's probably more than this ship deserves, but hey ho. Let's just get the fuck out of here, because this system is doomed. Thank God he didn't pursue me. Oh yeah, my Galactic Empire. There we go. It's not much, but there it is. Is there a better screen? Maybe show the income. Oh yes, I'll show my character. So he's mostly got combat skills, technology skills. And these are my officers. Alright, I'm going to leave it there because I've been dawdling on for way too fucking long. Have a good day.